Well, the HMS Daring here is about 2 miles off the port of Cebu City. It's at the moment preparing to set sail back round to some of the more remote islands that have been badly affected by the typhoon, places that we haven't heard a huge amount about, there hasn't been much attention on, and that people clearly are in need. What's happening at the moment is that there's a big barge that's being loaded up with all the supplies in the port, and it's going to make its way here and going to be loaded onto the ship before they head off. Now, what they've been doing since they got into the region, they came in from the west, so they came through areas, as I say, islands that are very remote, places that were in the path of the typhoon and were badly affected, but that people haven't been able to get to. What they've been doing is, I'm just going to show you, you might not be able to see, but in that hangar is a Lynx helicopter that they're currently working on. They do maintenance between all the flights that it has. And what they've been doing with that is they've been taking it up and they've been taking photographs of the affected areas, and they've been filming it and bringing it back, analysing it and seeing what the needs might be in these areas. I spoke to the commander of the helicopter who's been flying those missions. He said there's a band of about 10-15 kilometres all the way across where you can see the damage, and of course it's houses that have been destroyed, it's trees that are down, the kinds of things we've been seeing over the past week on TV. And he says that there aren't very many people who've been going there. This island, Cebu, they went past there a few hours ago and they saw that aid was getting out. They could see people queuing to be given their sacks of rice and water. So aid's clearly getting to the northern parts of Cebu Island, but in these places there was nothing. So that's what they've identified as being the place that they want to go to, the place that they need to take their supplies of aid. They can take salt water and turn it into fresh water. They're bringing containers to fill up so they can give it out to people rather than delivering huge quantities that they couldn't really distribute. And they've also got a medical team on here from Save the Children. Now they're going to go out on the ground as well, and their first job is to assess whether people need any immediate help, whether people who've been injured, whether it's in local clinics, hospitals or just in houses, whether they need to get emergency medical aid. So that's the mission that they've got as well. So it's a whole catch-all of getting the stuff on board this ship, getting around to these areas and getting the aid out to people and really trying to make a difference in areas that are more remote, in islands, in places that we haven't seen as yet.